We press toward the mark. We'll get the prize.
I had to learn there's a difference between religion and walking in a real-time bond with Christ, where we communicate with Christ through the Holy Spirit. That should be our objective. That real-time bond where we can hear his voice, and that's what we have to work towards. Get into that place where we can communicate with the Holy Spirit, because he is the communicator, and hear what Christ wants the Holy Spirit to tell us.
Why is it we have such a hard time in prayer, in real time, in the human realm?
Well, Satan's special forces team of devils is assigned solely to break communication between God and his children. Satan taught the mafia something years ago. If you want to get at a guy, you don't get him. You get his children. And that's what Satan does. He works to separate us, get us away from God, and confuse us, and fill our hearts with everything that is against Christ. Everything that God is thinking, Satan wants us to think the opposite.
Driving a wedge between us and God.
Yes.
That wedge could be our work, our goals, career, family. It could be anything that could be a wedge if we're not careful.
That's right.
How would you say is the best way to avoid that wedge between us and God?
Praying without ceasing. Working to constantly be aware of Christ. Wanting to spend all of your everything with him more than anything. Really, without Christ, without the Holy Spirit life, it's death.
It is really death. He's omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent.
That's right.
Everywhere, all the time, knowing everything. We keep the lines open.
Unless we take the phone and push the off button, that's up to us. And for those who choose, well, listen, I'm going to glue the switch on all the time. I'm just going to glue it on. The fruit of someone who stays connected to God is sweet. Developed in that person is the ability to see others the way God sees them, because they love Jesus, and the Holy Spirit is constantly showing the way God sees and loves you. Then automatically you see how he loves others. That's when you're born again. I'm convinced of it. When the Holy Spirit allowed me to see myself through God's eyes, I realized if he sees me that way, he sees everybody that way.
Exactly.
I had no idea.
The value meter goes up exponentially.
Oh, yeah, through the roof.
We need to understand the value God sees in everyone.
Yes.